Hi, I'm Dio, and this is.
I'm Mallory.
Alright, we're doing our video interview for Whose Wedding Is It Anyway? Let's see. Name, occupation, and where you live. We'll start.
I'm Mallory Tadimi. I am an implementation consultant for a medical technology company called McKesson, and we live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
My name is MOUAD Tadimi. I am 25 years old. I am a soccer coach, and I also have a business that I just started. It's called Tadimi Travel, and it specializes in just helping people plan their trip, whether it's a business trip or a vacation trip, group, family, or corporate to Morocco or other countries in Europe. I live in Pittsburgh, Strip District, just like her. So we live together. We've been living together. So number two is, how did you two meet? All right. Well, we were at Five Guys Burgers, the burger joint in Pittsburgh. Actually, we went to Pitt. Two of us went to Pitt, and I walk in there, get my burger. She's right there in the corner. I'm eating peanuts or whatever. Have a mess all over the place, and she's the girl in the corner with like 5 things of ketchup. And I walked up to her and I just, said, "Do you really need all that ketchup?" so, um,
Well, the real story is we went to the University of Pittsburgh, and we actually met after graduation. We've probably walked by each other, seen each other out at restaurants, bars, and have had absolutely no idea that we would be married such a short time later. But yeah, I had a lot of ketchup. I think that every food deserves just a little bit of ketchup, especially Five Guys because their fries are so good. But anyways, it was really embarrassing that I had all this ketchup with me because I was by myself. And when you're eating by yourself, you kind of figure that you can be comfortable in how much ketchup you involve in your food because no one's watching you. But
well, that's the story. She said, "Yes, I do need all my ketchup."
yes.
And she smiled, and then she went to her table, and I followed her, and I said, "Can I sit here by you? Is there anybody here?" And she said, "No." So I said, "All right." I sat down and I told her that I saw her with a friend of mine. So I told her I saw them together before, um, and she said yes, that she knows her, and I told her that's my roommate right now. Actually, I'm living with her, and it was weird because we had that. My best friend was a mutual friend of hers and I, and we never basically even met before that. So I sat up, and before I left, I said, "Can I get your number? Maybe we'll hang out sometime." And she said, "Yeah, okay, that's cool," and gave me her number and went on about my business. That's how we first met.
So for how long we've been together, we met on May 28th, 2009. We got married on July 17th, 2009, and we've lived together probably
Well, we
since,
met the
like,
28th. We hung out that night. I ended up actually calling her and said, "Hey, do you want to hang out sometime that same day, that evening?" And she said, "Well, how about tonight?" And I was kind of shocked, but I said, "Okay, where do you want to do?" And then she said, "Well, what do you want to do?" I said, "Well, we can hang out. We can talk, chat, do whatever you want." She said, "Okay, come over right now." I said, "Okay." So I did, and we ended up talking all night without sleep or anything. And the morning came up, and we're still talking. And I moved in 2 days afterwards. Said, "Hey, why don't you
yeah,
move
we
in with me?"
basically never left each
Yeah.
other. So
So
maybe you can consider it that we've lived together since we met.
this is 28. Yeah.
I want to take the next question, and it is, what is your relationship like? Who wears the pants? And I would like to say that I definitely wear the pants, and he wears the skirt.
Okay. This is actually, this sums up a little bit more about our relationship. I kind of always tells her, whatever helps you sleep at night, honey. So no, our relationship is very open. Our relationship is great. It's a lot of respect. But what I like about it, she's a traditional girl, but also she's a very strong personality. So she's not gonna take crap from anybody. She's very strong personality. She's a very strong woman. But at the same time, she knows her place when it comes to me. Like, she knows that I'm her man. She knows that they have the upper hand on her. So and she
As
accepts
he
it.
likes to think.
Yeah, right. No, but it's a really great relationship. So it's a lot of respect and a lot of love. So
Okay. Would you call yourself a diva, Mallory, when it comes to the wedding planning? Or are you more laid back? I would say I am not so much of a diva. He's more of a diva than I am.
Oh, sure.
I mean, I like particular things, and if I have to do them, I might as well get what I like, right?
Okay, she's the one that speaks. Believe me, she's a complete diva, but she's an incognito about it. So she is, what she does is, oh no, I don't care about a wedding ring. I don't care about a wedding. I really don't care about anything. I really don't care if I have a photographer or DJ. I'm married. I don't really care. She does care. When I say, okay, you don't care, that's fine. Then I go to pick something. She will, no. We should do this. We should do this. We should do that. So she's a complete diva when it comes to the wedding, more than she'd like to accept, or more she should like to agree to. So she definitely is, even though she likes to hide it.
What is your personality like?
What about MOUAD? What's your personality like? My personality, very bubbly, very friendly, very social, very strong personality. I do butt heads with a lot of people, and it really isn't sometimes that I just like to do it. It's just when I know I'm right.
He thinks he's always right.
No, I don't think I'm always right. I'm just right most of the time. So the problem is, when I am right most of the time, I just don't accept when people just kind of try to go over me. I don't really take anything from people, and sometimes in a bad way, because you got to let some things roll off your shoulders sometimes. I don't. If I see something wrong, I stand up for it, even if it costs me something big. So that's just the way I am.
For the ups and downs in our relationship, definitely meeting was a complete up. Getting married was an up. I think one of the downs is it's so hard to deal with family members that won't accept a quick engagement and think you're doing something that is not right or you're making a mistake. That's something that's hard to deal with, which is why we actually got married without telling most of our family.
Well, it's there's a lot of ups and downs. I really can't. I mean, every relationship have its downs. It's just the way you deal with it. How do you talk about it? How do you figure things out? How do you choose to move on or compromise? A lot of people argue. They don't even listen to what they're saying. They're not even listening to what the other person is saying. What I told her from the get-go, when we argue, we got to agree to listen to each other, because a lot of people that argue, they're just planning for the next thing to say, for the next thing to yell out, instead of actually listen to what other person is actually arguing, see if they have a point, and if they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. But down, like she says, our families are not going to understand it. Our families are not going to understand that somebody met, two people met, they know it, because it's a fairy tale. It never happens. This is like kind of, oh, well, that never happens. You don't just meet somebody and, love at first sight and you're going to be together forever. And they want to get married. People don't believe that. So we don't care. That's the problem. That's not a problem. That's what helps us a lot. We really don't care. We have our thing. We have our way. We're the ones that are going to spend the rest of our lives together. We're the ones that are going to be with each other every day. So it really doesn't matter to us what they think. But she is more that way, where she does not really care. I'm more, well, you gotta watch out for people's feelings, and you gotta kind of play along and to make them happy, especially parents. Somebody else, I really don't care. But our parents, we have to kind of do something that's going to please them along the way. So
yeah, this wedding is going to actually help a lot. Although we're already married, our parents do know about the marriage at this point in time, but just recently we've told them. Not many other people know about it other than ones that we work with. Basically, we didn't tell anybody that would be coming to the wedding, so it doesn't lose its specialness to it, so everyone thinks that, yes, that's the actual moment we're getting married. And I think the wedding is going to fix a lot for me, because then I don't have to have this big secret of, oh, we're married behind us. So it'll mean a lot, although the wedding is definitely for our families. I kind of consider our wedding back on July 17th a wedding that was truly for us.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's true. And, we met each other. We knew right off the bat we wanted to get married. We knew right off the bat we wanted to be each other forever. And people just are not going to understand that. No, you got to get to know each other. I mean, she had friends and some family members talking about it. And, oh, no, you shouldn't do this. And that's, but guess what? This is not about you. A lot of people are skeptical because they have maybe a past, because they don't believe in it. Nobody believes in it. I mean, nobody believes that this can happen. But it did, and we're happy about it. That's just the way it's going to be. They can accept it. If they're not going to accept it, oh well, it's going to happen anyway.